Good morning, everyone. My name is Kieran Swale. I'm a Tourism Innovation Specialist at Southern Regional College and I work in the Business Support Team. And today I'm down with my colleagues and in front of me I have Martin and Thomas. And we're in conversation today with McGuinness Plumbing. Thomas and Martin, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Kieran.
Good morning, Kieran.
And thanks a million for coming along, and we're going to talk about apprenticeships. Listen, Thomas, apprenticeships really coming to the fore now. Really is, and there's a lot of attention on that. And maybe if you could tell us a little bit about, as a way of introduction, a little bit about yourself, and we'll get the same with Martin. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the owner of McGuinness Plumbing. I actually started out my career as a MBQ Level 2 apprentice myself, so I've progressed up to actually run my own business. Our offices are based in Newry. Our work is based in Republic of Ireland, mainly Dublin, Wicklow, Louth. We do large-scale residential developments, providing mechanical services on that there. So we've just grew from when I started out when I was 22 to what we are now.
Sure. Martin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I went and did my GCSEs, my A-levels at school.
Sure.
And then went on, decided to go down the route of an apprenticeship. Lucky enough, got a job at Thomas. Took me on, served my time with him, and then pulled me in for a chat one day and suggested then going down the route of the HLA programme. So currently just in the middle of doing that there at the minute then.
Okay, and we'll come back to that one. Thomas, I mean, why did you choose to recruit through the apprenticeship programme?
Well, from the very outset, McGuinness Plumbing, we have been taking apprentices on, primarily starting out in plumbing apprentices. The first apprentice we actually took on is still with the company in a senior role 16, 17 years later. So that's evidence of how beneficial it has been to the company. The majority of our workforce out on site would be made up of apprentices that started with us as first years. So it's hugely important for our business, the apprenticeship programme.
Yeah. And Martin, why did you decide to become an apprentice?
Well, when I was doing, as I say, Kieran, I did my GCSEs and then went on and did my A-levels. So I did my A-levels in construction, which sort of persuaded me maybe a wee bit to, go down the construction route,
Sure. Yeah.
University wasn't for me. It was nothing. There was no courses I wanted to do. Didn't really think it was, sufficient just to get in a load of debt. To be doing a course that I wasn't even sure I would have stuck at.
And you're way ahead of your time there.
Yeah.
I wish so many more had made that decision.
Yeah. Well, it's something you got to think about when you are, because you're coming out of school there young. It is hard to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life, but definitely, it's not.
So you did your GCSEs, you did your A-levels, and then perhaps go to university. No, this is not for me.
No.
Apprenticeship. It's a higher level apprenticeship.
I went first, and I did my MBQ Level 2 and Level 3 in plumbing.
Okay.
Served my time then with Thomas, and then he suggested about the HLA apprenticeship to me.
Okay.
I actually hadn't heard about it before it was suggested to me,
Right.
So then went down that route.
Okay. So Thomas, you've recruited both plumbers through the broad apprenticeship programme. How has that worked?
It's been great. When we started out, we were a small business. We were just like a man in a van sort of thing, and the apprentices were very loyal to us. They started out as first years and they would have finished their time 4 years later, and then they would have stayed with the company, and that helped grow the company. Then we've moved on. We're continually taking on Level 2, Level 3 apprentices, but we've moved on to the higher level apprentices.
Yeah.
And we've a large office staff now consisting of procurement managers, pre-construction managers, senior estimators, quantity surveyors, operations managers. So the HLAs are complementing our office staff now. Martin was working in the estimation department when he initially came into the office, and then he moved over to pre-construction. So they are a huge assistance to the guys in the office, and then they're going to be senior
and how's that managed? I mean, is there like a mentor or a buddy system? Or how does that work?
From the outset, we have a dedicated apprentice mentor. who actually worked in the Southern Regional College previously.
Right, okay.
So he has experience of both sides, of out on site and the
Yeah.
college.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's there for the interviews. He's involved in the interviews for us choosing the right apprentices for the job.
Sure.
And then the apprentice is given out to a squad where he's managed by a supervisor. But the apprentice mentor will be in constantly there to support the apprentice and to identify if there's any issues and help solve the issues and make sure the apprentice is getting all ranges of experience. And then he continues that role. As Martin has successfully achieved level 2 and level 3, he moved on to the higher level apprentice, and our apprentice mentor ensures that Martin is getting the valuable experience in the office, that he's moving around.
Well, I think that's critical. I do a wee bit of football coaching outside of work, and I think it's that coach or friend, you know, when you're maybe, depending on what age you go into this at, but having someone with you as you progress through a company, someone who's maybe not your direct line manager, but someone else within the company. I think, that must be critical, Martin.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, it does get hard there at times, you know, to speak to certain people that are above you and stuff like that there. So having the likes of, our mentor there, you can go to any problems like that there. Sure. You know, you don't want to directly, slate anybody or anything like that, you know, yourself. You have the mentor you can rely on, or any problems, he'll get them sorted for you, you know.
Well, you know what I'd love to hear about. What's your normal working week like? What's it like?
So I attend the SRC 1 day a week,
Sure.
And then I'm out with Thomas then the other 4. So I was working, on the sites there, you know, doing the plumbing, and then I came into the office. So in the office, then I was mainly focused on tendering, working with a pre-construction staff, getting schedules ready, getting data sheets, everything applied before the job goes live. And now I've been moved in recently just up to one of our large-scale residential sites there, just in Dundalk. Sort of contracts managing the site just from a mechanical aspect, making sure everything's in line and ready to go, liaising with the main contractors. Making sure.
It sounds very, very busy.
Very busy.
And great seems great variation there.
Yeah. You know, that's sort of what you need in the job too, because day in, day out, you're doing the same thing every day. It gets repetitive, you know.
So you're working away. Your friends are maybe some of your friends are at college or off doing what they're. What do they think about you being an apprentice?
Well, you know, main thing probably, Kieran, is they're getting, they want work done. They can rely on me to do it for them. You know, it's not going to cost them a fortune. You know, the work's going to be done. It's going to be done right.
I suppose what I'm getting at here, would some of your friends who you might have been at school with now looking at, gosh, look at him, he seems to be working all the time, or he's progressing. What are they are they looking at you with envy, or looking at you, gosh, wow, he seems to be very busy? You know, what kind of feedback are they giving you?
Yeah, so sort of in a way. So the ones that would have went to uni here, you know, they're still there. They'll be finishing their last year there now, and you know, they're not coming out. They're not guaranteed a job. Okay. You know, whereas the likes of myself, I try to explain to them there, you know, I'm working away, I'm getting a degree at the same time. It's far beneficial for myself and anybody else, looking to go.
Well, I think that's
a
really interesting point that's just been made there, Thomas. So, Martin's coming out with his degree, working away, getting great variation, great job, motivation, satisfaction. What about the opportunities for progression within your own company?
From an extension from the apprentice mentor that we have, we're continually trying to assess the apprentice as they're coming through to where their strengths lie in and what they enjoy more. Every apprentice is different, so some of them want to pursue on-site experience, and then others want to move into the office. They're interested in what goes on behind the scenes.
Sure. And
they want to learn about estimation, buy-in, winning the job, surveying the job, contractual disputes. By talking to the apprentice, we're forming that pathway which is going to suit the apprentice best, that we're going to get the most out of the apprentice, and the apprentice is going to get the most out of the job. Yeah. So there's huge possibilities. Martin is actually going to be quite unique because he's come up through he's the site experience, and he's coming up through the contracts management.
Martin's looking for your job.
Yeah.
Tell me, Martin, come on. Let's be honest about this.
No, I wouldn't want that hassle.
Martin, what kind of advice would you be giving anyone considering an apprenticeship?
Yeah, I couldn't tell anybody not to go down that route.
Yeah.
Kieran, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, when you compare the two of them together, a HLA compared to university, it's definitely the way forward. You're coming out, you're guaranteed a job nearly. You're working, you're earning, you're not in debt.
Yeah.
You can live your life as well. I've my weekends free. Most of my studying I do in
What do you
class.
do? What do you do when you're not working?
Well, homework most of the time,
so
and
you're
then
working,
a bit
you're
of football
working,
and stuff
so you're
as well.
working all the time.
Working for myself's different than but yeah, free time's there's my own free time.
Okay, we've alluded to a bit about the support and the mentorship there, Thomas. I mean, and you've told me that there are opportunities. What about like the actual training? So we know we have the apprenticeship. Are there other opportunities, other on-the-job training opportunities within the company?
Yeah, well, we are always encouraging the apprentices to continue their training. There's nighttime courses constantly available through the Southern Regional College, Revit, CAD courses there, and the guys, Martin and Shazaf, two guys that are doing their HLAs last year, undertook a Revit night course, and they found it very much beneficial.
And just to clarify, what is Revit?
It's part of the BIM, building
information management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
model.
it's construction is getting more and more digital. Hence why Martin's on a digital construction course. Buildings, new developments are built off models, and the guys by doing these courses are getting ahead of the game, and they're gaining huge experience through it.
Okay, so you've been nominated for a business award as the Big Apprenticeship. I'm just going to clarify that one. That's the Northern Ireland Apprenticeship Awards 2022, and you've been shortlisted to the final of 3. And it's the finalists for Small Medium-Sized Enterprises Award. That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, we're delighted with that there. We actually won Newry Chambers of Commerce. We won the Apprenticeship Employer of the Year award last year. And then we were asked to go for this award on the back of that there. So, no, we're delighted. We're hoping that's going to give us more exposure for people to choose, young apprentices to choose us for their career. And it's a testament to all the hard work that everybody's doing, our mentors, our supervisors and all, that we're up for that award.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to say to both of you, to Thomas and Martin, thank you very much it's been a fantastic conversation. Really, really enjoyed it. Martin, you maybe a wee bit envious. I don't know, is it too late? Can I roll back the years and think about an apprenticeship, huh?
I don't know, talk to the boss.
Talk to the boss. I should be talking to you. That's very clear today.
Take him in for an interview.
Take me in for an interview. Listen, no, it's been lovely chatting to you. And do you know what I think you've done here is you have given people, anybody considering apprenticeships, both young apprentices and also maybe their guardians or parents or anyone else, educators or anybody out there. Today, you've given great insight. So I'd just like to say thanks very much.
No, thank you, Kieran.
Well, thanks, Kieran.
So there we have it, folks. So wasn't that just a great insight that we had today from Martin and Thomas? Do you know, I'm very, very tempted to consider. I hope it's not too late. But listen, thank you very much for listening in today.